When Donald Trump claimed that the Manhattan DA had dropped the case against him, and then claimed that the grand jurors were refusing to indict him, only to end up indicted on Thursday anyway, it was pretty clear that he was resorting to delusional hope. And that's not surprising, given that he's a severely psychologically broken person who now appears to be suffering from cognitive decline as well. The question was where Trump was getting this false information from. Was he making it to try to convince himself that he was magically going to be okay, or were his handlers feeding him this false information to try to keep him pacified? Turns out it's apparently the latter. According to new reporting late Thursday night from the New York Times, Donald Trump and all of the people around him were caught off guard by the indictment. According to the story, everyone around Trump thought that the indictment either wouldn't happen until the end of April, or wouldn't happen at all. But wait, are we really supposed to believe that everyone around Trump is as delusional as he is when it comes to this stuff? This is just wild. Does this mean that everyone around Trump truly bought into Wednesday's media nonsense about how the DA somehow didn't know the grand jury had a month-long hiatus coming up, and the indictment was accidentally going to get delayed until the end of April? Come to think of it, did the people around Trump plant that ridiculous narrative? The grand jury does have a hiatus coming up, but Bragg would have known about it all along, and would have made certain to fit his indictment schedule around it. It was awfully strange that the entire media suddenly bought into the nonsensical notion that Bragg somehow didn't know how to read a calendar. In any case, there's been a whole lot of delusional hope going on down at Mar-a-Lago. The New York Times even says that just prior to being indicted, Trump believed the case against him by Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan district attorney, had fallen apart. Again, you have to wonder if he's just that delusional, or the people around him are just that delusional, or the people around him were indeed feeding him a bunch of crap to keep him pacified and are now covering their backsides by telling the media that they didn't see this coming. Meanwhile, back in the real world, this is the latest reminder that Donald Trump cannot just magically make his criminal justice system troubles go away by being really confident that it'll all go away, or by surrounding himself with people who are telling him that it'll all go away. That's not a strategy. That's delusion. And it's a sign you're going to lose, because you've given up even trying to find any actual way out of your problems.